So let's talk marriage. Hey y'all, what's up and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be talking about the 5 things I wish I knew before I got married. These aren't the only 5 things I wish I knew, but these are 5 important things I wish I was told before I got married. Honestly, guys, why did no one tell me? The first one is marriage is a no joke, you guys. It will push you to literally change. And we all know that change is one of the hardest things to do because you grew up doing things one way and then all of a sudden you're asked to change yourself. And the thing is, marriage is one of those things that it really puts you in an environment. It's like a culture shock. Honestly, you're put in this new environment with someone else who literally is so different from who you are, and then you're asked to coexist. And obviously it's a choice that we make because we want to be married and we want to go on this journey together. But guys, listen, it is literally a culture shock that no one really prepares you for. And I know when you go through counseling and stuff, they'll tell you that, it's serious. And for me especially, it was a covenant, it's something under God and we took it very seriously. But when you actually get into it to start to experience marriage, it literally just slaps you in the face. Like, no joke. So it is no joke. Number 2, you don't really know how to be married. So we get into marriage and we're like, okay, we have a picture in our heads about what it's gonna look like, and then you realize, oh, it's literally nothing like you imagined. And the truth is, we don't know how to be married. Like, yes, there are books on things you need to know before you get married, or questions you need to ask your spouse before you get married, or just regular marriage books that talk about the marriage journey, different aspects of the marriage journey. But guys, you don't know how to be married. And let me tell you, you will find that out really quickly. And I wish somebody told me, Natasha, you don't really know how to be married and you're just gonna learn as you go along. Be patient with yourself, be patient with your spouse, and embrace the journey. And I felt like I had to learn that quickly, but I wish somebody told me that before I got married. The third thing I wish I knew before I got married is that hard times are normal. Seriously, guys, I legit recall thinking, what did I just do? Like, was I even thinking? Seriously, right? So I was really like stressing out many times, like, oh my God, I made such a bad decision. Because obviously you get in conflicts and you have this imagery of what everything should be like, and then the next thing you know, it's literally not playing out that way. And so I literally had to be like, okay, this is normal. Having difficult times is normal. It doesn't mean that you made a bad decision. It doesn't mean your husband or your wife is a bad person. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that you are living. It means that you are coexisting with another person. And it's hard because you guys have 2 different backgrounds. You have 2 different personalities. There's literally nothing that can prepare you for that. So when you go through the hard times, embrace it as a part of the process and not think of it as like, oh my God, something is wrong. Like, I made a bad decision, I made the wrong choice or something like that. Because trust me, you'll have those thoughts, but it doesn't mean that you made the wrong choice, okay? Number 4, you have to be intentional. I wish somebody told me that I needed to be intentional, because we, as I mentioned earlier, we think we know how to be married and we don't. I mean, we do not know how to be married, right? You have to be intentional, whether it be with the date nights, whether it be just the way you speak to your spouse, the way you communicate in terms of your body language. You have to be so intentional, guys, about the way that you present yourself in your marriage, about the way that you just interact with your spouse, the way you represent your spouse as well to others. You have to be so intentional, like about the time you guys spend together, how much time you guys spend together, how you spend the time together, like literally every single thing. You have to be intentional, because what will happen is if you're not intentional, everything just falls through the cracks. And so you're not paying attention to what's happening in your marriage, you're not paying attention to the climate of your marriage, and that will cause your marriage to crumble. So take my advice, y'all. I wish somebody told me I had to be more intentional, and as I learn every day, I learn to be more intentional in my relationship. And the fifth thing that I wish I knew before I got married is stop trying to be in control. I think that's literally one of the hardest things that we learn as young couples. Like, stop trying to be in control. You cannot control your spouse. You can control yourself. You can control your responses. But this control that we like to have as human beings, being in control of every single thing in our lives, it will cause anxiety. It will cause disagreements all the time because you're trying to control everything. So let go of that control. I would say focus on your responses, focus on the way you are doing things, and trust God that your husband or your wife will fall into place. Obviously you want to have communication about the way you're feeling and the things that you'd like to change, but let go of trying to change your spouse or just trying to control every situation, because naturally we're going to control it in a selfish way. I would say, y'all, let go of control and just trust God with the process. I think that's probably one of the biggest things I wish somebody told me. Trust God with the process. This is number 6, even though I said 5, but this is just like the cherry on top. Trust God with the process, y'all. It is difficult, but it is so worth it. And if you guys are both committed to the journey, it will work. I hope these 5 things I wish I knew before I got married really helped somebody today. And as you know, you can get counseling and all the different things before you get married, going through the premarital journey. But I would definitely say, take these 5 things down and just remember them as you're going through your first year of marriage, because usually that's the hardest one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.